Hello and welcome to Postgame. I'm Louie Pasculli alongside Ryan Johnston, and Seton Hall Pirates won today. They won by a score of 66-60. It was really a fantastic game all around from Seton Hall. What'd you see?
Yeah, it was definitely a rough shooting night for the Hall against Butler tonight. They only shot around 38% for the first half. They upped that a little bit in the second half. They shot around 44%. They went on a 17-2 run at one point, but they did let Butler back into it. So a rough night overall. I think they ended up shooting around 40% on the night, but they held Butler to around 40% from the field too. Butler had a really rough second half shooting the ball, only around 9 for 26 from the field, I think it was. Just a real defensive chess match between these two teams, and a very big win for Seton Hall moving forward.
Yeah, a pretty low-scoring game, the final score being only 66-60, but we talk about shooting. Jared Roden did pretty well shooting. He had 17 points today, led this Pirates team in scoring. How about a player that you saw that you want to point out from today's game?
Yeah, I think it'd have to be Bo Hodges on Butler, actually.
Absolutely.
He really balled out. I'm not going to lie. He really balled out. I think he shot around 10 for 14 from the field. 25 points, 7 rebounds. He did have 6 turnovers, so he was a little bit careless with the ball at times. I believe that led every player in the game in turnovers. But, man, he was just cooking for Butler tonight. It wouldn't have even been close if he wasn't playing well, because Chuck Harris, the guy who I originally had as my player to watch for Butler, he only scored 7 points on the night. He had a bit of a calmer evening. So Bo Hodges definitely impressed me tonight.
And another player that impressed me was Xavier Harris. Being able to run the point today, Coach Willard said he worked with him in practice. He had a pretty good game. He had 10 points along with 4 assists, and he hit a few clutch free throws very, very late in the game. In the press conference, here's what he had to say about those free throws.
How do you think he answered the challenge and what you placed on the point?
Yeah, he was phenomenal, Chair. And again, Kadari gave us everything he had. I was really proud of his effort, but we worked 2 days with Jameer running the show, and I thought he did a great job in getting us to that 16-point lead. The next evolution for him is going to be how to manage that 16-point lead a little bit better. But I was proud of not only the way he played offensively, but the way he played defensively.
And with this win over Butler, the Seton Hall Pirates team really looks like they're starting to bond and be to where they were before their little bout of COVID. Would you say you see that with this team as well?
Oh, yeah. They look like they're definitely starting to gel on the court a little bit better. Coach Willard ran some lineups tonight that he said himself he wasn't used to using, and they still got the dub, even with guys that aren't used to playing on the court as well together. I think that just shows the chemistry that this team is building as a whole, and really the brotherhood that they're building. And I think nowhere better shows better than on defense. This Pirates team had 11 steals and 8 blocks tonight, a dominant defensive display, and I think that comes from just the grit and grind, the family mentality that they have.
Yeah, and he talked a little bit about the next man up mentality with Kadari Richmond, dealing with a little bit of illness, and so Xavier Harris had to come in and play the point for an extended period of time, something he's not really used to doing so far this season. But here's what Coach Willard had to say in the post-game conference about this team's chemistry and bonding.
I blame COVID for everything, but COVID kind of helped this team gel a little bit early when we all got it in September. We all got it. We all kind of had to just hunker down together. We had to change a lot of things that we were doing, and I think I changed the way we ate. I changed the way how we were kind of doing things. In that first shutdown, I think everyone got sick, and everybody kind of was just together, and so we kind of just grew as a team a little bit and got to know each other because we were all just stuck with each other.
What did you change that they ate?
I hate to say it. Well, we don't have a locker room anymore anyways, but I moved everybody up into my offices. And so I made them come up into my offices. And we got all our meals catered up there all the way up until last month, I think, because I was getting tired of having lasagna all over my carpet. So I think I moved them down about a month ago. Yeah, because I'm the first one in the office, me and Kevin Lynch, and I would be cleaning up from the meal the night before I finally lost my mind. But no, we kind of we don't have a place to eat. It's probably my biggest pet peeve about our facility is that we kind of just we make do with what we have to do. And I said it's a new team. Let's all get together, bring them up in the office so they can eat with us. They can eat with the staff. I made them go around the conference table. You've been in our conference room. I got that big conference room table, and I made them come up. And in the past, I've kind of just let them, for meals, I just let them eat. And if they want to take it, to go back to their room, because I really do, I value these guys' time tremendously. But it was such a new team, and we all had COVID, so it was like, all right, let's all just eat. My mom just eat together. What does it matter at this point? And so we just kind of, the guys liked it. We kept doing it. And, sometimes meals are the best way to kind of talk and bust balls. And I finally stopped it. I walked in one day, and there had to be like 3 trays of lasagna sitting on the conference table. And I'm just like, oh, man, I can't do this anymore. My office smelled like lasagna. I had chicken parm over here. I'm like, man, this is enough for me.
Seton Hall's next game is away against Xavier, and they just came off a crazy triple overtime loss to Providence. What do you think Seton Hall has to do if they want to come out victorious?
Yeah, Xavier, a very, very tough team. This is a team that's been in and out of the top 25 all year long. The last time that Seton Hall played Xavier, they were in the top 25. Seton Hall ended up coming out with a victory, and I think it comes down to a few things that the Pirates, frankly, did very well tonight. One, they stayed out of foul trouble pretty well. I believe it was only Jared Roden who had 4 fouls on the night. No one fouled out for the Pirates, and they only had 3 or 4 fouls going into the half. They need to do that again, because that's been a struggle for the Pirates all season long. Also, they need to do a good job of limiting offensive rebounds. This team it's been a problem for them all season long. Tonight they did a much better job of it. Sometimes they lost the ball in a scrum for the offensive rebound, but there's only so much you can do about that. The Pirates need to keep moving forward with that if they're going to get a win against the Musketeers.
I agree with everything you said, and I also think that we can add something and keep getting those steal numbers up. Tonight, the Pirates had a lot of steals, and a lot of those steals then turn into fast break points or just points on the other end. And regardless, that's something that Seton Hall is going to have to do against the Xavier team if they want to come out on top. But that will do it for today's post-game. Again, Seton Hall beating Butler by 6 points, winning 66-60 for Ryan Johnston. My name is Louie Pasculli, and we will see you next time.